I still don't, the whole metaverse, it's like, I'd rather go to Tuscany than like look at pictures, right? Is that ever?
No, I think
who's going to live in the metaverse?
it seems like a very small number of people.
We can make something that essentially allows developers to deploy code that is not identifiably smart contract code that is, we would normally think of as code that just gets deployed on a regular computer, but still host that code on a blockchain with all of blockchain's trustless guarantees, right? A trustless, permissionless, global, ubiquitous environment in which we can host things like financial applications, voting applications, governance applications, applications where the actors, the players within these applications don't trust each other. Yet they still handle huge amounts of value.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is, it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of the huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting at more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told his members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will. During that auction that we saw a little bit before, the attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets. Now,
it was not just a poor auction; it was absolutely lousy. And you know, when the dealers have to step in to save a Treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the books Cryptoteacher and the New World Order book. Remember, the New World Order book shows you how the world really works, and it is definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep, especially in the times that we're in right now. And 2024 is going to be one of our most entertaining years. We have the presidential election. We have the drums are beating. We have the emerging markets going to be flipping the switch on the fourth industrial revolution. Now, we had the Fed signal rate cuts, but remember, guys, they haven't cut rates yet. So we know the master magicians are about to set up that distraction. So therefore, they can cut rates while we still have inflation. And in the fourth quarter, once the election is over, we know the movie begins. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 kids' books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And I want to thank you for the shout outs and the cash apps for car yesterday. We had a wonderful time. But guys, it's back to business. And every time you turn around, there's something crazy going on. And if you watched the video earlier today, DNC started off with the C word. Guys, you can't make this stuff up. Now, getting over into crypto, we have Bitcoin and crypto right now up. We have stocks flat. And I told you this week would be a roller coaster ride. Now, we have the SEC talks with ETF issuers over concerns of Solana being a security. And of course, guys, the movies continue. And we had the SEC reject CBOE's filing for Solana. But guys, the only thing you have to do is get your popcorn, sit back, and let it play out. Now, make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates are plummeting. And like I stated, I definitely expect a 50 basis point cut this month. We see all the holes in the economy, and we've had so many big corporations adjust their futures earning forecast because they know the consumer is hurting. And we have the 10-year at a 3.8, and the Fed hasn't even done anything yet. We have the dollar down, and guys, the only reason why we have these yield rates plummeting, the dollar down, is so therefore everything doesn't sink. It's just the central banks holding everything up until we get this new president. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have volume in crypto right now up. We have Tether and USDC. And we have Tether mints another 1 billion on Tron Network. And then, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at 333 billion yesterday. Make sure you're pulling that on a daily basis during the week. But, guys, we know we have Jerome in the house. We have Jackson Hole on Friday. And the mainstream media is going to push that he's going to be talking about rate cuts, but we know he's not. We know they're going to say They're going to be data dependent, but again, we see all the data showing that this economy is breaking down due to these high rates and all of this inflation. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have the Bitcoin and Ethereum spot ETFs. We have BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all up. But getting over into a little crypto news, we have U.S. elections linked Bitcoin options draw nearly $350 million in open interest. And guys, the casino just keeps getting bigger. And just imagine when these people are sitting at home getting free money, how big this casino is about to get. Now we have dark pools dominate Ethereum as private transactions surge. And we know these central banks are not going to be on a public blockchain. They're going to be on a private blockchain along with these big banks. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Nillion taps Arbitrum for cheaper fees and Ethereum security. Also, we have Ethereum DApp status collaborates with Lena on Layer 2 network. And of course, Linea is backed by consensus. Now we have Bitcoin staking platform Babylon to start phase mainnet launch this week. And we know how big staking is going to be in the fourth industrial revolution. And lastly, we have State Street selects Taurus for crypto custody and tokenization. And all these big banks and all these big money management firms are moving over to blockchain and tokenization. Remember, guys, this is a plan. It moves in phases. And in the NWO book, I told you, if it was not for tokenization, these digital assets, the whole global economy would collapse. With blockchain and digital assets, this gives the NWO even more power. They're all CNI. And then also programmable money, so therefore they can tell you what, where, and when and how to buy. And this is biblical. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows. When it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books, Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know, I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate, not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save the village. Part 2. King Joshua and Grandma Tam save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Grandma Tam goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.